Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you join me tonight in celebrating a man who has made history in not one, but two different ways. He's going to talk about that. He is going to talk about his run is now officially the longest reigning United States champion of all time. He's going to talk about how he stole another man's pride in what he's wearing. He is going to explain that. Plus, he is going to talk about what's to come here in 14 days from now. Rage in the Cage, IMF, a slew of heavy hitters, and where Anthony Steele is going to crown himself maybe as the greatest of all time in the underground when he once and for all puts down an underground OG and then finally, from his vantage point, makes himself the true high chief. We'll talk about that. We'll maybe talk about House of Wolf's business, and we'll have plenty, I mean plenty to say here with a man that is, some would say, is the most controversial figure in wrestling history, although after the news yesterday, he really isn't that controversial compared to that one guy here. But yeah, we're not mentioning him. But we most certainly will be celebrating this man here, who in some ways, whether he wants to admit it or not, is responsible for all these celebrities coming on here. I mean, maybe he's the real celebrity. Maybe he's the real guy that we should be doing weekly interviews with and getting posted in blabbermouth.net. No, we don't want that because this guy will get us canceled. But obviously, we're excited about this one here. The people are excited. And, you know, since he hasn't had one of these spots in quite a while, I have to remind him about how he's introduced because, you know, he came on here Tuesday night. I don't know if he was trying to sabotage our interview with Great White, but he did say some things that compared to yesterday's news really wasn't that big of a deal. And then Sunday here, he basically said the goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And we're not going to let him do that tonight, but we are going to celebrate this man. I am not going to regret it, but I am now going to give him that introduction because I see everyone here in the chat waiting for it. His fans, his enemies, his contemporaries. And yeah, I want to do it because we are in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. And I'm going to have an announcement about that, young man, that I'm going to talk about because we're about to hit a milestone. And I'll tell you what that is and how it involves our guest. And he has no idea what I'm talking about because he definitely didn't listen to yesterday's show with James Taylor. So I'll remind him and I'll remind this chat about what that is. But in the words of Def Leppard frontman Joe Elliott, let's get rocked and let's get this show on the road here in style on Sportzwire Radio, the number one global radio station where all music matters and all wrestling matters. So with that, further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one global sports show. The man who is now officially the longest reigning IMF United States heavyweight champion of the world, and some would say, although really compared to yesterday, the most controversial figure in wrestling history. His name is simply put the real deal. Anthony Steele. doing?
Doing all right, boss. Doing all right.
Well, obviously, a lot of people here seem to like the war chants. I'm sure you'll have opinions on that, but it is good to be with you. I think, although compared to the last few days, I think you'll certainly be let's say a good thing to have you here. But let's forget about all of that. Let's talk about for you, for those that are listening and watching in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you did most certainly helped build here, Anthony Steele, which we are nearly 1,500 subscribers through, where we just had on some guy, Great White of Mark Kendall, the guitarist of the band. Oh, I don't know, only sold like 10 million records. And he actually just shared our link on YouTube. But tell us what it means to you to be the longest reigning IMF United States heavyweight champion of the world.
It means that I've done everything that I've said I would. Starting back from when I told Jovi I was going to win at Ring of Champions last September,
Yes, sir.
it all started there. And Jovi didn't believe me.
He didn't.
Jovi didn't believe when I said I will win by any means necessary.
You did. That's what you
Well,
do.
obviously, Jovi has a very hard time of hearing. And
Well, he does. He might.
but within that time I've got to face, some of my brethren in the house, Jordan Nets, Omen Black, and then it moves on to Jovi again. Because I kept my
Yes.
promise, and that's the promises that I've kept every single time is I'd give Jovi a rematch. Jovi chose the match that he himself has never won. And looking back at this past time, lost
Yes, sir.
again.
You know what? At first, keep trying. I guess. I don't know.
Hey,
See,
look,
who knows?
you ever heard the thing third time's a charm? Yeah, I busted that bubble at Winter Clash last year.
Yeah. Well, Sean Jovi's kind of like the Buffalo Bills in Three Doors Down matches. Maybe one day he'll get it right. I don't know.
But the thing about it is then we go on. I think the last time I defended this championship was March against Prince Uchiha.
Yes, and that ended in disqualification, if I recall correctly. It was a champion versus champion match. He's the Midwestern champion, and he's certainly held his own here. He's actually done pretty well the last few months. He defeated Felix Jones, a man that you know pretty well, and Felix, we hope, gets better. I know you may not hope he gets better, but he is injured, and we hope Felix recovers. We'd like to see Felix back on here, but you did have a heck of a match with Prince Uchiha. Yes, you did.
And he should have never brought in that chair, man. That's where it lies. Is don't bring in a weapon in a disqualification match because you will get disqualified.
You did win by disqualification, if I recall correctly.
But and then let's talk about last show.
Oh, we're going to talk about that.
how it was supposed to be me versus El Drago 1-on-1, and then Dirty Donnie wanted to put his nose in my business yet again. And then make it a triple threat. But see, what Donnie doesn't understand is I keep having a way out of every little trick that he has up his sleeve. Because like I stated, in my contract, it's stated that I've defended my title 1-on-1 at CyberSlam.
Yes, you did.
Not in a triple threat, which then I forced him to agree. Whoever beats me, whoever pins me, gets a title shot at Rage in the Cage. And Drago, you did it, buddy. You pinned Anthony Steele in the middle of that ring, 1, 2, 3, to earn yourself a shot at this right here. But you know who didn't, Tom? Kron. Dark Kron did not earn a shot.
Well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean?
What do you mean? He's been gone. He's been ROEW bound.
Yes.
Not IMF. I haven't heard of Dark Kron and IMF since well before I met him.
I think before Summer Bash that was before last year's Summer Bash, if I'm pretty correct.
So
that was a year and a half ago. Yeah, about almost 14 months ago. 14 months ago was the last time he stepped foot in the IMF. That predates you. That's correct.
So, with that being said, why is he in my match? Why is Dark Kron getting an opportunity at the United States Championship when he hasn't done a damn thing? He's another JX. Getting opportunities where opportunities have not been earned.
Well, Dark Kron we know shows up to companies though. JX doesn't always show up. I mean, to be fair.
Well, what's gonna happen is Dark Kron is going to understand that he should have never beat cancer. He should
no, don't do Anthony. We want Lorraine Lewis of Pinter House in that case. No, Anthony, don't say cancer.
Here's the funniest thing of it all is
don't go after a man's health.
Drago, if you watch that match,
we're going to put it up in a second. We are going to put it up in the background. We are doing that.
Drago kept going outside the ring, taking breathers, taking breaks, taking shots that he knew he could capitalize on. But now, when we're inside that cage, when that cage door is locked, there's no going to the outside. There's no taking a breather. You both are locked in that cage with me. And that's the best part about this whole thing is y'all can't run from Anthony Steele at that point. Y'all can't run from the real chief of the IMF, the longest reigning United States champion. Because my name ain't Mephisto. I don't got to act like a macho man, fucking Randy Savage, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, wannabe, whichever fucking wrestler I want to rip off that month. My name ain't Sean Jovi, where I can't even win my own match type that I create. I'm a guy that said when I stepped foot in IMF, I was going to leave a trail of my legacy. And it all started with this. And guess what I still have, Tom? This around my waist, my shoulder. But now, as you see, Dirty thought he was going to outsmart Anthony Steele.
Well,
but Dirty had another thing coming. See, the foundation needs to understand one thing: the house we're 3 steps ahead of y'all, and y'all ain't the brightest of the bunch. You think having Dirty Donnie in your back pocket was going to be a good thing? No, all it did was make y'all look even stupider.
Well, what do you mean they look stupider? I mean, what's your reason why you say that they look?
Because the foundation, if you look at it, look who's in the foundation. Sean Jovi beat him.
Yes.
Parsley beat him down. Soulja beat him down. Damian Saint right there.
Well, you are alluding to it's a new foundation. Yes, there's a new foundation that's assembled, and we saw some of it after the tag title match with the Real Monster.
But see, here's where they didn't understand is they have 2 foundation members versus 1 House of Wolf member. And the one thing that they didn't understand is watch what Drago does to Damian Saint. Wow.
Well, it's, there's no alliances. They both want to win. Drago, he's got a lot of history with you. You have obviously said a lot about him, and I'm sure he respects Damian, but he wants you mano a mano. And I think that that's what it comes down to. I don't think that Drago and Damian Saint hate each other. I think it's just a matter of may the best man win.
See, yes, it's more than that. It's greed. It's greed from Drago because I have everything that he's ever wanted. The spotlight, the stardom, the gold around my waist. Drago's never tasted that.
But he's the only one to win a briefcase, though. He's got that briefcase, though.
But does he have Azula Fala?
Well, I mean, yes, I know that you did something to him. You took
But
his
but
pride.
but
You
does
took his
does his
heritage away from
family's
him.
legacy does his family's legacy reside at his house anymore?
I would not want to answer that on his behalf because the High Chief's not here. I would have to let the High Chief answer that question.
The High Chief is no more. There's no more of the THC. It's only the real chief.
Ah,
And you're staring at him.
so what would you call Il Drago then?
El Drago.
Oh, okay.
His
Maybe
moniker has been stripped. His legacy has been tarnished. And his reputation is non-existent anymore.
I think the people still believe in Drago. I think he still has a reputation. I think yes, you've
They,
taken
they
his
ain't gonna
pride.
believe in him. They ain't gonna believe in him after Rage in the Cage. Because when I leave this man laying inside that cage, there ain't much anyone can do.
But look at what he just did just there. Aren't you concerned he may go off the cage like Jimmy Superfly snuck a fellow Samoan and do the same to you?
Hey, look, I guess we can go into the puns of the wrestling world. I can be like a fake Samoan, like Samoa Joe,
Well, I think Il Drago was
and I can
Samoan.
walk away when he jumps.
I think Il Drago was Samoan. I wouldn't want to comment on Samoa Joe, but I think
No,
Il Drago.
no, I'm saying like Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe ain't Samoan, and I'm gonna do the same thing. He tries to jump on me, I'm walking the fuck away like nothing ever happened and watching him
I
face
think
plant like a
Mr. Joe,
dumbass.
well, Mr. Joe, though, to be fair, though, I don't think he could jump off a cage. Drago, we just saw what he did to Damian Saint, and he's got the athleticism to do that. So I'm sure he's going to be very amped up 2 weeks from now in the Palo Community Center. That's all, and I'm sure our High Chief. Well, you call him no longer the High Chief, but I'm sure he'll tell us eventually one day why he's going to jump off the cage or do something magical. And there's Damian Saint.
See,
Yes, sir.
Damian's had his own problems with Omen, and you think that Omen's right hand man wasn't going to take care of him?
Well, you know what? I'm sure Omen, when the time comes, is going to certainly have plenty to say about Damian Saint. We're 12 days from you guys coming back here on Sportswire to talk the show, for sure.
See, but here's the thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the one thing that Damian has now faced in IMF. He's faced someone that's also been on the Indies. And me, before that, he's never stepped foot in a ring with someone that's been on the Indies in IMF. See, he met someone of his caliber. He's met someone that's above him. Has done more than him.
Well, I don't know if you've done more than him. I think certainly you have done
He's been at this game for 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm going on 9.
But he's been
I'm
5 years in the
double his time.
independents. Yes, but he's been in he may have wrestled more in the independents than you. So I mean, but there's no question you and him have definitely have experience compared to others in the roster, and I think people are going to certainly figure it out who one day would win between you and Damian Saint. That's certainly a question one day down the road we'd love to talk about, but you've got the Underground OG Darkron, a man that you stayed at his home. You lived in his home for a few days back in Bremen, Ohio in July of 2024, 4th of July weekend. And you bring up the C word toward that man? That man fed you. That man gave you a place to live for a few days.
Me. I have my own money to feed me.
But
that
he
man ain't do shit.
Offered you food, I'm sure. I'm sure he
the only thing that man did was evade me at Summer Bash.
No, he did not. He was giving you a place to live.
He evaded me because he used the card. He couldn't go no more. He didn't know if he can go no more. And then his dumbass almost cut off his finger.
Don't say Anthony. That man has fought like tooth and nail. By the way, a great Dawkins album. But he's fought tooth and nail to get back out there. I mean, this man could have lost his life. This man has gone through so much between the C word and nearly losing his fingers and his home situation. And for you to say those things about that man, but Drago, I understand. You want to take his pride, take his Ulafalas. You want to make sure Il Drago never wins a championship belt. I think we can respect that. But Darkron is a good man. This is a man that has gone through hell and high water, and to go after this man. And this man has looked death in the eye. I mean, he has looked death in the eye, and these are the things you say about him.
And Death should have looked back.
No, Anthony.
Because come 14 days, Tom, he's going to look it truly in the eye.
No, listen, Anthony, you are certainly an amazing talent. You are quite the individual. But Darkron, this man has fought death. He has fought nearly life in itself, looking it in the eye. And he has nearly lost the ability to do simple things like you're doing right now. This man is lucky that he could grip. This man is lucky right now he could use a pen and paper to sign.
And you want to know what he's not going to grip?
What?
Yes.
Well, that might be a different discussion.
He's not going to touch it as long as I hold it. As long as I'm the IMF United States champion, he will never hold this championship.
But aren't you concerned?
As long as I'm in the IMF, he ain't going to hold no championship. See, because my mission is every person to step in front of me will fall. And every person that steps in front of me, I will make sure.
I figured it out, Anthony. You're mad that Darkron is the right-hand man of James Taylor. It always comes down to James Taylor.
No, everyone in ROEW, except Jason Storm. I fuck with Jason Storm. Everyone in ROEW is just James Taylor's little fucking bitch boys.
Well, there's Cash Carter and Alex Cross. They certainly have a lot of problems with James Taylor. I think you should take them off the list. I mean, Jason Storm, yeah, I think you're right on that part. But, I mean, I think that it's because of his close relationship with James Taylor. He celebrated James Taylor yesterday. He was singing his praises, and that deep down bothers you. I can understand.
Dick Moore, Con. Dick Moore.
We please hope that Lorraine Lewis comes to the Sportswire this week. Don't listen to this show tonight. But obviously, listen, I mean, are you concerned, though, that you've only got a 33% chance of keeping the U.S. championship in 14 days? I mean, the math is against you. The math is against you.
See, 33.3% chance, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to stoop to the level of all these fucking marks and try to do Steiner Mac on here. So, let's be clear on one thing.
Yes.
In that cage, no one's ever faced me inside of a cage. This will be Anthony Steele's first cage match. But when I tell you this, I have more victories in a match where anything goes and there's no disqualifications, no countouts. And see, here's the best part about this whole thing is I don't have to pin Drago. I don't have to tap him out. I don't have to pin Kron. I don't have to tap him out. I can walk out of that door. I can climb over that cage. I can remove myself from the situation and walk out on these guys like life almost did Kron and like Kiki should have Drago when he lost to Zulafala.
No, don't do that. Don't mention that name. Anthony, don't do it. Anthony, you obviously...
Because Kiki, the real chief is here.
Well, Anthony...
The real chief is right here. Everything I promised was upheld on my end. Not let him take my title. Take his Ulafala. But now, Kiki, here's the best thing. Here's the best part. May 10th. When that cage is locked, you can't get in there. The foundation can't get in there. No one can. And when I get my hands on Drago then, I'll send him back to you. I'll make sure that you get a portion of him back. But Drago will never be the same after Rage in the Cage.
Well, that's certainly a debatable thing, but obviously Anthony Steele is in rare form tonight. And he is talking about his match, for those that may or may not know, coming up 2 weeks from today at the Palo Community Center, Rage in the Cage, where he will be defending the United States Championship against the Samoan Dragon, the High Chief Il Drago, and the Underground OG, the right-hand man of the nemesis James Taylor, Anthony Steele's longtime nemesis James Taylor, that is Darkron, of course, also host of the Dark Chronicles. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively and literally, where all music matters and all wrestling matters. But maybe, Anthony, you're mad at Darkron because you haven't been invited on yet to the Dark Chronicles. Are you upset and disappointed that you haven't been invited yet onto the Dark
See, no,
Chronicles?
because he just wants to have no names and lackeys
Well,
of
he had James
everybody else.
Taylor on. You had James Taylor on. Sean
Lackeys.
Jovi had been on. They were on.
Lackeys.
Well, he had them on.
A dude that shows up once in a blue moon. James Taylor works the Brock Lesnar schedule. Let's talk about that. And he's still not even over. That's pitiful.
What do you mean he's not over? He's wrestling for the PWF Uprising Championship, hopefully with the contract signing. And James Taylor is also in promo wrestling. He's been quite the rage with that. And, we've seen him here in IMF, and he was certainly a big topic in ROW yesterday.
Once.
Hey, once is once. Once is once.
Where's he been at? Where's he been at in ROW?
He owns the company. He's
a shitty
He owns
owner.
the company. Wow, you don't know anything about this. I mean, obviously, you seem to be very, very stern and direct toward him, and obviously, that's your opinions. And
James Taylor sucks.
Well, he's not the focus.
Taylor sucks.
He's not the focus tonight, but you should certainly be focusing on Il Drago and Darkron, because you're obviously going after these men and you're giving them ammunition. These men are going to be now more motivated than ever to take that championship away from you, sir.
You're right. And see, one thing he proved in this match, Samoan's got some hard ass fucking heads. But I've been training on that. I've been working on that.
You've been training on your head?
Unlocking my inner Goldberg, as I should say. Smacking my head off multiple different objects.
So are you banging your head like toward locker rooms and, in your dressing room?
Walls, lockers.
Have you spoken to Doug Dillinger, Goldberg's former head of security? Are you looking for a head of security to walk with you into the Palo Community Center? You might need it after what you're saying to Darkron and Il Drago. I mean, that would obviously be some good advice. But, Anthony, I know you have been saying so much, but I have received word that there is someone that wants to congratulate you and thank you. Yes, Anthony.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Before you bring whoever the fuck on, let's finish this real quick. Let's finish this.
Okay. You got it. Yes.
So there he is. Drago having his big moment. The one time that Soldier GP let him off his leash.
I don't know what Soldier has anything to do with this, but
he pins Anthony Steele, but not for this. And what that means, Drago, is you came this close. But now you're about that far away again.
I guess Steiner man.
Because Dirty asked you what your plans are. You did your little tribal chants. Spoke to the people in a language no one gives a rat's tail about, trying to be PG.
Thank you for that. We'll put it out there anyway.
And then everyone told you the magical words, Drago, and you failed to listen. You failed to do the one thing that you said and listen to the fans. Because right here, if you can look into that right corner, the fans are telling them, look behind you, bang.
That did hurt. I mean, that did look pretty painful.
And Drago, as you laid there, knocked out, unresponsive, I took what meant the most to you. See, here's the thing, Drago. I don't want your girl. I don't want your life.
You have some girls here for you tonight, Anthony, that are actually tuned in. So
I don't. I want something bigger and better than that.
You do.
And like I said before, I'll say it again. I want to burn your legacy, your family tree, your heritage to the ground.
Well, I mean, that's some serious words there. As we wanted to put the IMF link up here for people on YouTube, they can hit the sub button for our friends here in the IMF, because Anthony Steele is going to go off the rails if he keeps talking about burning poor Il Drago's Ulafalas and his legacy. We certainly don't condone that acts of violence. And if you are out there, don't get any ideas and don't play with fire. So whatever you do, don't do it. I actually was listening to something on the radio today about that. But, Anthony, I know I would love to hear you for the next couple of hours talk about this amazing run as the United States champion. I do eventually have to give you something, I promise, but there are a few people that want to congratulate you and thank you for everything you've done for Sportswire. Thank you for everything you've done for the IMF, for the wrestling community. And they would like to come here and thank you and obviously just sing your praises and say why it's your time. So would you like me to bring on these guests? And these guests, I have no idea who they are.
They're hold on. They're on my time, right?
They're on your time. I mean,
give me a second. Give me a second.
Anthony Steele has left his own show here. Boy, Anthony Steele is in rare form on Sportswire. Boy, I do feel like more and more, if you're a sports fan out there, there was a broadcaster, Marv Albert, who actually is from where I grew up, practically a few subway stops away, and he would always kind of be in this predicament. He was the famous announcer for the NBA on TNT and NBC, and I was a kid, and he was a broadcaster for an NFL football game I used to play on Sega Genesis. But enough about that. But Anthony, we are waiting for you. Maybe we'll bring the guest on. Anthony, if you don't come back, I'm going to have to bring the guest on.
My bad. I just had to take a quick moment,
Oh, yeah. You obviously, you want to get your pen and paper out to give these guys an autograph, because they're really big fans of yours. Big fans.
Sure.
Big fans. All right, so let me do it here. So for those that are listening and watching here, we have two of Anthony Steele's biggest fans to come here and thank him for everything he's done for wrestling, for always being spot on, for always saying the truth, and for always being who he is. Now to bring on, wait a minute, these guys aren't fans of Anthony Steele. It is the Samoan Dragon, Il Drago, and the Underground OG, the host of the Dark Chronicles, the legendary.
I heard your mouth, Steele. You're going to be locked in the cage with us. Remember that. Remember that.
Oh, dude, this is the best.
Who I was in the cage with last time I was in the cage. Do you recall who I was in the cage with?
No, because I don't care about your career. I don't care about
your
match.
It was your big boy, your big boss man over there, Omen Black.
Did you win?
He did win because he's alive right now, and he's going to show us why in 2 weeks he can win coming up. I got you, Mr. Underground.
And like I said before, Steele, if you listen at all what I've ever said, I'm just here to make your life a living hell. It's time for my brother Il Drago over here to bring that title back to the foundation where it belongs. Not on some chump's waist like yours. All you are is Omen's little chihuahua out here and yaps all night. Come over it. I'm ready to get in there and knock your head off.
Here's the funny thing, Kron, before I get to Mr. Drago. For me being Omen's little chihuahua, I'm the most accomplished wrestler in the group outside of the world champion. So I'm more the second tier guy when y'all can't. Oh wait, you already did try to go through Omen Black, didn't you? You already tried to go through Omen Black, didn't you? See, that one failed. And it's the best thing about it is because the last time you were in Rage in the Cage, you faced Omen and you lost. Now you're in the cage with me. and the same thing's going to happen. I'll send you back to James Taylor. You can tell him all that you want. And you can tell him how Anthony Steele did you just like he did James Taylor the time
See, the
that we
thing
were
is,
in
Steele, you've had so
redacted.
many matches with Taylor, and I've had so many conversations with Taylor.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. And James has been advising the Underground OG exactly on what he needs to do in 2 weeks from now. There is
I'm all
no
about
man that
studying.
knows Anthony Steele better than the Underground OG's boss, James Taylor. No question about that.
And I'm gonna stay out of your way, El Drago.
No, you good. Appreciate that, Uso. I got 4 things. 4, just 4. For one, I don't know what in the blue pill you've been taking, but you ain't no fucking chief. You ain't never gonna be a chief. You're a counterfeit. You're a fraud. You're a coward. Steele, look at me. Look at me. You ain't never gonna be chief. You had to hit me in the face with your title and snag them off my body and wear them and walk off. Your ass would have waited 10 more seconds still. It would have been a brawl. And you know that. That's why you left.
I kind of stayed there for about like a minute.
You can't hear very too well or too clear, but at the end, because I won last month, mentioned, and I won last year with Felix in Rage in the Cage, because I was in Rage in the Cage. I understand this is your first Rage in the Cage, so there's something I got topped on you. How can you be the most acclaimed in your group when you never won any tag team championships in IMF?
That's a good point.
Like I said a long time ago, you're going to be the reason and your own downfall to not just the House of Wolves, but yourself, Steele. Yeah, you got the Ulafala, but I'll tell you something about the Ulafala. There's a big responsibility that comes with them, and a man like you can't handle that. I'm going to just be honest with you. And before you get my wife's name in your mouth again, Steele, keep your little lady bots out the chat before you do that. A little bit more respectful. Okay, get some real.
We were trying to actually censor that part.
Keep playing the mind games, Uso. Because at the end of this, there is no games to play in the mind of a Samoan.
Hold on. My question is it really mind games, Drago?
Well, trying to turn the fans on,
or is
the real high chief.
Anthony, don't do it. Anthony, we will have to remove you.
Didn't you hammer
Anthony, we will remove you here. We don't want to be thrown off.
Hold on. Drago. Is it the truth?
Anthony, don't do it. We will remove
you. Do I burn it
There's no
now
on YouTube.
Do I burn it now or do I wait? Do I wait for you to
Anthony,
actually
you take this channel down?
See it for yourself.
Don't, Anthony. You will take down this channel. We could be off the air permanently if you do this on air, because that would violate YouTube terms and standards. We don't want that.
It's okay, Drago. You know, I'm a Karen.
You're a good man. I was going to give you something in a little while. Thank God I have something for you.
I'll save that for another time. But just so you know, it's gonna happen. It will happen by my hands. See, like I told you, I'm not Prince of Chia. I'm not gonna wear this around like this represents me. No, this is a representation of who Drago was. And I say was because May 10th, inside that cage. Just like you told Damien at CyberSlam, I'm telling Kron the same thing. Kron, this ain't got nothing to do with me and you. It's got all to do with me and you, Drago.
I'm going to make it about me and you, though. You've been running your mouth for what?
The best part about it all.
And didn't you just have to bring up the fact that I have cancer? What is that? Does that scare you? That I defeat cancer just like I'm going to defeat you?
And he talked about you almost losing your fingers there, the Dark Cloud. That was too far, Anthony. You talked about a man's life, a livelihood.
What don't you understand, Steele? Life has tried to take me out. Life can't keep me down. What the fuck makes you think you're going to keep me down?
See, the best part about it is I know how to deal with someone like you, Kron.
Like me? What, a fucking Terminator?
Yeah.
How do you keep
You can call yourself that. But see,
what would you call me?
Kron, let's go back memory lane. About 2 years ago when I first came on here.
Yeah, a little more than that, but pretty much.
See, you're just like someone I knew. And I knew him very well. Because my dad did the same thing. My dad had cancer, and let the world know. I applaud you on one thing. You're still here.
We're very thankful for that.
But
Thankful for that.
here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it, Kron. The reason why y'all are different is because my dad knew it was time. He didn't want to see people. He didn't want his family, his friends, the people that he loved to watch him suffer more and more going through this. And what you did by beating it is now come May 10th is you're going to have to your family's going to have to watch you get demolished. Your friends are going to have to watch you get demolished, Kron. Because you're right. I'm not Omen Black. I'm Anthony fucking Steele. I'm the dude that just went toe-to-toe with Omen Black and beat him. Respect to you, buddy. Respect to you. I beat him too. There's names that you only wish you could step foot in the ring with that I have. And you see, with Drago in here, with Drago in this match, it makes it so better come May 10th. Because not only does your legacy and heritage fall, Drago, but the reputation of the underground OG crumbles with it. Because you're right, Drago, I'm not a chief. This means not a damn thing to me. But you know what does? This means everything to me.
Because it makes you Steele. See, I don't need a belt. I don't need a shiny
This never
object
made
to
me.
make me
This
relevant.
never made me. When I walked into Summer Bash, did I hold a championship? No. When I walked into Summer Bash, did I put on some of the best matches that I could ever do? Hell yeah.
I agree with that.
What else did I do at Summer Bash? I was an announcer. I was a referee. I helped with production. I did a lot of things on that event, on those nights.
Me too.
I carried a man. Hey, can you tell me that you carried someone that 7 minutes in couldn't hang?
Didn't need to.
You're right.
He was
Because
giving wrestlers a place to live.
here's the difference between me and you. Here's the difference between me and Drago. As while Drago was still trying to get off his feet and let bookers not book him to where he's only in tag team action any fucking more. Thank God he finally let you off your leash, buddy. And while you are so busy trying to produce your own company, I was handing out Make-A-Wish foundations. The same thing that Sportswire Radio does to the backyard and underground community.
No comment. No
For
comments. No
No,
comment.
not
You're
for
not
you.
part of the
You
background.
want me-
underground
You
community?
want to know? You want to know? You want me to name drop? You want me to name drop? Is that what we're doing here today?
We're not gonna name drop. We're gonna move on.
I don't need to
Here's
name
the
drop.
thing. Here's the thing.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Yes, this is gonna be my first cage match. But I've done one thing. I've done something y'all haven't. I've done something that Drago wishes he would a long time ago, and something you are too far past your prime to even fucking do. And I'll bring it up yet again because this accomplishment is more than anything you'll ever achieve.
It's probably your only accomplishment. But go ahead. Let's hear it.
What? Win championships on the indies? Perform in bigger crowds? I don't have to go to another company that's more relevant than mine to make me relevant again. I don't have to be the lackey of a dude that puts himself over and has to team with someone else because his vision, his picture of himself is way smaller than his tag team partner. No offense, Justin Parsley. You're way better than Soldier GP.
We don't agree with that. We love them both equally, but continue.
See, because here's the thing. You say I'm locked in with y'all. I say y'all are locked in with me. The only thing that's going to happen at Rage in the Cage is there's going to be one decisive winner. There's going to be one IMF United States champion. And
Like
I'm
I said,
damn sure
no
not
cares
going to lose it to a part-timer that hasn't been seen here in over a year. And I damn sure ain't going to lose it to a foundation member that can barely walk on his own 2 feet without asking daddy first.
But
I
don't
do
act
what
like
I
ain't
want,
been
when I
wrestling,
want.
buddy.
Omen Black don't tell me to do a damn thing. This is
I
my
think you have to
championship
follow
reign.
his orders.
If I had to follow his orders, I wouldn't be
If
on
he
here
told
tonight.
you to sit back, Steele, you sit back, Steele.
He has seemed unhappy with you at some points here recently. I mean, is that
He can be
something you-
unhappy. Omen Black can be unhappy with Anthony Steele because the one thing that I promised the house is I'd keep this. See, the Midwest Express made that promise.
Can't keep.
Midwest Express made that promise. Couldn't do it. Those titles are now with the foundation. And I'll be damned.
Title that matters to
I'll
me
be
is the
damned.
world title.
I'll
You're
be
just in
damned
my way.
if I let. Then why are you here?
Because
If
of
your-
this,
if your
because all you
vision-
do
if
is
your
run
vision-
your mouth.
if
You
your-
run your
if your
mouth.
vision-
I'll tell you what. Come May 10th, because all the arguing and the bickering starting to pick up. Let me just be a real chief in the middle of this without my Ula Fala still. Excuse me. May 10th, I can't wait to slap the dog shit out of you like Omen does backstage with you and nobody be seeing. I
Well,
can't wait to show you that I don't just speak language that nobody cares about. I'm gonna fluently speak Samoan and whoop your candy ass. I'm not like every other jabroni you ever faced at CW, other companies, or wherever the hell you went. Just like you ain't nobody else I've versed at any other shit
point.
company that I've went against. Still, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you. Dark Crime might have to, beat the living shit out of you too, because you said some very offensive things. I might have to whoop your ass too, because you brought up cancer and some very offensive things towards him. But it's okay. That's what you do. You the real deal, popping pill, blue pill, sorry, pill, doing things, big talk, long walk, out of breath.
Hey, look,
Gotta do it. But I tell you this.
Big
when I'm
fella.
through with
Oh,
you-
look,
when I'm
my bad,
through-
little
no,
fella.
No. I'm gonna tell you like this one. So when I'm through with you, right? They gonna need chalk because they gonna have to chalk. They gonna have to outline your damn body when I'm done with you. I swear to God, you're gonna have to go missing or some shit. They gonna have to come looking for you still. You talk about I'm not gonna be the same. You ain't gonna be here no more. You not gonna be around.
Is that a promise? Is that a promise?
No,
Drago.
Samoans don't do promises.
Thank you, God, for that.
We're too trustworthy.
You're right. You're right. You shouldn't make a promise because you promised to take the United States Championship Slam.
Oh, I will. I promise to get my Ula. I peep this. Uso Dark Crime. Uso Time. Let me put it like this. I promise right now. This is the first Samoan to do anything on Sportswire with a promise. Okay. I promise not only to get my Ula Fala back eventually, but also
Eventually.
take that United States Championship from your scumbag ass.
Here,
And
I'll tell you this.
and
I'll go.
for the real fans, for the good wrestling fans, not the doubters, not the ones like you that grew up with jealousy and envy behind all the little personalities and gimmicks they grew up watching, but for the fans, it's gonna be a real champion again, and he's gonna be Samoan, Mitch Samoan. Let me just put it like
someone
that.
they can look up to.
See, here's the thing. This is your last opportunity, Drago. May 10th. It's your last opportunity to win this. Kron, you wanna talk about how you're going for the world title. That's the title you really want. You're just here because I run my mouth. Then I'm gonna make it certain that if you lose in Rage in the Cage, as long as I hold this, you ain't coming nowhere near this. Because then when I beat you for this, and you even attempt to come after Omen Black, and he dog walks you again, and you lose, what is that going to look on you? You can go for the Midwestern title, a title that no one cares about. That's not even promoted, really.
That's not true. We like the Midwestern
Hey,
title.
still don't listen well, do he? He thought I was speaking Samoan after I whooped his ass and he hit me in the face with the title. Right before that, I don't think you heard what a real Samoan said. Like a real Samoan, I put it like this, right? At Rage in the Cage, whether or not I whoop your ass, get ready for a real Samoan to be U.S. champion. And to end your reign.
Whether or not you win.
I already, yeah. Whether,
See, here's the thing.
Right. It doesn't matter. But let me put it like this. I already
you got doubt. You got doubt now. You got doubt. I made El Drago doubt himself.
Still, you've been doubting yourself since I came.
I made you doubt
on the first Sportswire. You the one who got confused.
I've doubted myself.
Mind with Drago saying, "Oh, you."
And Drago, you did pin Anthony at CyberSlam. You do hold a pin.
Here's the thing. Did I doubt myself? Nah. But hold on. I'll give you credit where credit is due.
Doubted how relevant you are. I think that's what it is. I think you knew you needed
what I did. I didn't doubt.
You didn't even need the title. You needed to get me to pay attention to you and the title to get you relevant against Steele. I think that's what it was. It wasn't that the High Chief needs attention. It wasn't that the High Chief needed.
That's what he was doing. He was talking shit to everybody.
It wasn't that the High Chief needed off the leash, right?
Attention.
It was that the Samoan Dragon needed to shell his motherfucking skin again and whoop your ass. That's what the fuck it was.
See, Drago.
See, what you want is you want a motherfucking Samoan to crash out. You want anything to happen with me, right? You want to be in the cage with a real one, right? You want to be in the cage with a real chief, right? Oos, look at me when I'm talking. You take off them damn glasses. You a real man, right? You went through blood, sweat, and tears. You came from where I came. You wrestled from how long ago? A youngin', right? Put some respect in your chest when you look at me. If not, I already expect no respect when you talk with your chest when you talking to me. All right. So let me just put it like this. I ain't no make-believe and I ain't no make-a-wish, but I will make your ass wish you never interfered in my match. I'm going to make your ass wish you never interfered with the thought of Il Drago or his Ula followers.
You know,
you want to give me
as I was about to give you props.
0 to 10, that's cool. You want to talk when I'm not around, hot shit. You want to bring up my wife, that's cool. But at least I got one. At least I'm a tribal man. At least I'm the one who's going to take your title in your reign, Oos. You don't get it. You so clogged up with your own personality and gimmick that your ass is stuck around in your own ass cheeks to pull out.
Must be blinded by the light or something.
See, Drago, as I was about to give you props,
I don't need
you let your ass talk for you, because I didn't do anything about me. Now what I did, and I'll give it to you, I underestimated you, boss. I underestimated you at CyberSlam. But now I've been in the ring with you. I know what you're capable of.
In a triple threat.
And now we're in another triple threat.
And another triple, yep.
I know what I got to do. I know.
I don't think he knows.
I know how much pain. I know how much pain I got to endure.
Do you?
I know. I know how much.
Do you know what it's like
suffering.
To be in the pits of hell and pull yourself out when you can't lift your arms or your legs? Do you know what that feeling's like? When you can't climb out of the cage? Like you said earlier, you just run away. I mean, that's how cowards win all the fucking time, right? You, Storm, all you guys do are run. That's all you do. You can't stand there and fight for your titles. So you don't deserve your titles. That's just how I feel.
Well, you did say, Anthony, that you could just walk out of the cage and you don't even have to pin or force Drago or Kron to submit.
You know what? You're right. You're right, Kron. So come May 10th, when we step inside that cage, all three of us, we're gonna go to war. I'm gonna go to war with you. I'm gonna go to war with you. But I'm gonna make one promise. I'm gonna make a promise that no matter what y'all do to me, this is coming back to Illinois, not Ohio. It's not going to Davenport, Iowa. It's coming back to Springfield, Illinois.
We'll see.
And Drago, so are these.
Anthony, just whatever you do, just we'll certainly talk about it. I'm sure very soon coming up. I mean, obviously, we'll certainly see. I mean, hopefully it'll be a great match, and maybe you'll.
And the best part about it is, guys, I don't know if you've checked out a little bit. When I beat you and I retain this, Tom, I'm gonna take this title all the way back to Memphis, Tennessee, June 6th.
June 6th. June 6th.
And when I take this to when I go back to a company I used to wrestle for called NOCW, I'm gonna put this on the line. I'm gonna make IMF even more relevant.
But that's a question for IMF management and Dirty Donnie. I don't know if we can certainly go ahead and agree with that.
So
that
when I retain, I'm gonna defend this in a whole nother state, a whole nother company. And then when I come back, see once I get done with y'all, here's the biggest thing. So once I'm done with y'all, I'm looking towards one match. And that match is the Rumble.
Yes.
And I'm gonna win that bitch too. While holding this.
And also make sure you'll
and I hope to see you there, Kron.
Oh,
I hope
you might see me with that title.
I hope to see you there too, Drago.
And I hope you'll be there for June 13th, by the way. Friday night street fights here, where obviously proceeds go to our local veterans in Iowa. Hopefully, Anthony, you remember to promote that, because that's going to be where you really should be to honor our veterans. And hopefully you don't say anything negative about our veterans here tonight. Oh, that's great. Yes, right, I'm glad. Anthony, you've become a real American after all.
This is what it means, Drago. You're half Samoan, right? Well, welcome to what a real American looks like.
Now, we love our Samoans, and we will partially not condone that comment, because we love America and we love our Samoans.
Because there ain't no Samoan dragon, and there ain't no OG that's capable of taking this off my shoulder.
Well, I mean, there are people that want to talk to you, Anthony. I mean, would you like to hear from the chat, or nah, you don't want to hear from them?
Let's go.
Well, first of all, Jacob Collins is here, and he wants to let you know, Anthony, that there's also someone in that Rumble that you have not faced before, Mr. Steele. The former ROEW heavyweight champion, Jacob Collins, the gunslinger. You have not faced him. Yeah, you not faced him. Yes, that's right.
Bang.
Yes, bang. Let's go in. We'll
I
go
know
one by
one person who Steele hasn't faced.
Well, we've got a lot of people here that really want to face
besides
Anthony.
me.
Well, Zilla is very excited for Anthony Steele. Zilla's excited tonight. Yeah, Zilla's really.
Zilla, I'm going to kick his damn head off.
Thank you, Zilla, for tuning in. Anthony, a person that you shared a locker room with before in TPW is here, Lyra Limber, who just showed up in Massachusetts, called you the real deal. And hello, yes, to Lyra Limber. And I was buying you time that we'd be on in 20 minutes. And we pretty much, I think we're on time. Ox McCoy, your brother in the House of Wolves, was waiting for you. And the lady bots are here. You have one lady here that wants to say hello. I don't know.
Ain't no lady bots in this bitch.
Is this a
Ain't
lady
no lady
bot or
bot.
this is a real one? This is a real one. Like Justin Parsley's tag team.
That's
Thank you
that's
very
Zilla. She loves me. Zilla loves
No,
me
this isn't
because
Zilla.
she knows I'm real.
May. This is Jessica May, not Zilla. This is Jessica May, Anthony. Zilla's right here. Zilla's not a ladybot. This is Jessica May. But thankfully, Dakota's here, who would like to say hello. Who else we got here? His ladybots are back. We'll move on. Colton Lee, the Heartless Sheriff, wants to say, yap, yap, yap. Anthony Steele talks just like the teacher from the Peanuts, makes me zone out. He has got a lot to say about you. He has got a lot to say about you. Anthony, I don't even know why you want to hear these comments, but we'll get to them. Yep, here we go. And Anthony Steele for NEW. I'm trying to give him work. You did confront Jake Dvorak, and I don't think you said you were coming to NEW on Tuesday's show, but you did sort of stand by why you called him a sad guy, but I still don't know if that meant you were coming to Massachusetts, but he just wants you to go there. But we'll move on to the next point. Steel Nation, yep, I got my Steel Nation shirt on. I do have it on. The Lady Bots assemble. Hello here. How you doing? The brightest lights in the biggest stage. You better believe it. We had Mark Kendall from Great White here, and yeah, Rhino and Sabio Vega came here. Hopefully they want to come back after Anthony's comments about cancer and people losing their fingers. And Anthony, you have another fan here. I think she was here with you on Sunday, right? Familiar face, huh? Familiar face, Anthony. A lot of familiar faces here for you tonight. Definitely the ladies are out for you. Hello, hello to Colton Lee, and hello to Black Dahlia in reverse and Dakota. And that was a great Anthrax song. But we will get the band on. We'll move on here. Yes, thank you. Hello, how you doing? Thank you very much for tuning in. And we got reverb on the word chain now. Yeah, I mean, Mark Kendall actually liked it enough. He shared it on Facebook. So you can certainly thank the band for that. Thank the band's management. Hopefully their management decides that they still want to come on after Anthony's comments tonight. And I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, Rhino thought he was going to run through a wall afterwards. Is that the real Stardust? And where's Casey Anthony? Who's Casey Anthony? Was that the person that killed somebody? The
That's
famous
like
case?
daughter, the Casey.
Oh, please, enough with murderers and nut jobs. We had one yesterday that hopefully burns in hell, and don't get Anthony started on that name. The House of Wolves is the best thing to ever happen in the IMF because the House of Wolves runs IMF wrestling. Dark Crown and Drago vehemently disagree with that. I'm just saying, Zilla, to be objective. Where's Casey Anthony? Is it Casey Anthony or Casey Anthony? Punctuation. You want to answer this, Anthony? Do you want to or no?
She's at home.
So not with you here again? No? Okay. Okay, well, it's okay if she was. That's what he's asking. He's asking if Casey's with you. If that's his question. I thought it was Casey Anthony, that murderer. I was like, Anthony, please don't bring up murderers on Sportswire. We had enough fun with Dalton.
I gotta keep my girls separate. Can't let them meet each other, you know?
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want Dalton. We had enough with Dalton Edwards here.
I love that face. I love that.
Don't do Dark Crime like that. You please don't. And obviously, somebody liked the Justin Parsley comment. I think that was the person you went with on Sunday. Like old times, you said. Unlike Anthony, I can run from. Dirty is here, thank God. 4 up, 4 down. I told you the Steele Foundation would win that match. And at Rage in the Cage, your butt is done. And no, that's what Dirty said. Dirty is back, baby. Dirty is back. And,
how about this? Hold on.
Yes.
Keep that up.
I am. I'm going to drink.
Dirty. How about this? Let me say this. You've been throwing everything at me that you possibly can. Kron now at Rage in the Cage. Damian Saint at CyberSlam. So how about we do this? You're so certain that I'm going to lose this championship on May 10th. If you don't beat me on May 10th, Dirty, why don't you step in the ring?
Dirty's not an in-ring competitor.
You try to be you try to beat me for this championship.
We're gonna let
Because now that everything you've tried to throw at me, every little thing, I've basically made you out to disbelieve yourself. So let's see if these two won't. Can you?
You know what? Dirty is focused on management activities. Punctuation definitely matters. Get it? Punctuality matters. All wrestling matters. All music matters. Thank you for that.
That's not Steele's strong point.
Well, she would know.
I'm not the one fucking typing, dumbass.
She would know. She was with him on Sunday. They were together here on Sportswire, but I'll leave that in that. Right hand man, yeah, right. Steele, maybe. Ryder is more like it. Yeah. I actually,
Of course,
Anthony,
use what I said earlier against me. That's bright. I guess fucking New Jersey is dumb as fuck too.
He's not from New Jersey. He's from Pennsylvania, and wrestles in Maryland.
That's even worse.
We love Pennsylvania.
Worse.
No, we actually love Maryland because Kix is from Maryland, and we really.
Yeah, I'll give Kron credit. At least you went to a fucking state that knows how to fucking type and understand shit.
We love all of our states that come on our platform, and we love especially our bands that come from places like Maryland. And Zilla says she's a House of Wolves member. We love Kix. Thank you, Kix. Yeah, Zilla is House of Wolves. You know what? That's a great point. Zilla and Anthony Steele riding together. Zilla and Steele. Anthony, I'm waiting for like next week's show where you and Zilla are together on Sportswire. That's gonna break the internet. Anthony, are you planning you and Zilla together to show up on Sportswire? Is Zilla gonna pop up tonight from the studios? Don't do that, Anthony. Zilla's maybe waiting to come on with you. But yeah, Steele is the right, Ox is the left. Right, left. Wow, this guy. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Cron. Nice to see you again. Zilla, you're the heart of the house. Dark Chron, let me know if you want to do a Dark Chronicles with your show. It's a good point. I will connect you with Big Tex. I will connect you with the Heartless Sheriff, Mr. Colton Lee, the artist formerly known as Big Tex. Yeah, I will connect you with him. Yeah.
Okay, Big Tex in there. All right.
Well, he's now Colton Lee, but he was Big Tex. Most of his work's Big Tex, but
yeah,
we'll connect you. He's a good man.
So when I beat you May 10th, am I going to be on the Dark Chronicles?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
Didn't you just say you didn't want to be on there?
At least I gotta give you some relevancy after I beat your ass.
Now, you know, Anthony, I think it's a good time for me to announce it because I have two esteemed colleagues of yours that certainly want to beat you into oblivion and take that United States Championship away from you. But, you know, when we do reach 1,500 subscribers, I was planning to give back to the fans and to give back to the followers that come on here each and every night on this platform. And I see the ladies are here for you. Definitely, you've got them here in full force. But I was going to give back and let some of you gentlemen for a couple of days maybe host here on the platform. I was hoping that we could do that. I mean, hopefully we get to 1,500 subscribers and not get retracted after some of the things you said here tonight. But that was my announcement. I hope that you'll be here. Don't beat on his school of... Anthony, you're going to get us thrown off the air here. Please go stop doing that. Anthony, we will take you off the screen. Please leave me. I was training. We would like to get to the 1,500 subscriber milestone. Now you're making me think twice about giving back to the host and the people that made the platform. But, yes, Steele been training his head paws. Yeah, you and Goldberg. Who would have guessed? Ox, hello. I gotta say hello to my buddy the Tribal Cheese, who's up at 2:42 in the morning here. He's good evening, my friend. Sending all of my UK love. Absolutely. Steele, that choke slam would never work on me. Colton Lee definitely doesn't like you, Anthony. He does not like you. He definitely doesn't like you. That's all I'm going to say.
That's the thing about Steele. I'm the same height as him. It's not like he's looking down on me.
Yeah, well, Anthony, you definitely are bringing out the fans and the people that are jeering you, and the Boo Birds are out also as well. And Zilla is here. Also, of course, our dear... Yes, Anthony, please stop doing that. We want to stay on the air. Taffy's Lounge is here. Got to give a big shout out to Taffy's Lounge. You know we love Taffy's Lounge here. I know they're definitely not supporting you, but you never know. Maybe Taffy's Lounge is here for you. And, you know, please hit the sub button for the IMF. Please hit the sub button for them. And the beep button does come in handy. James Taylor didn't say hello to you, Anthony. You weren't here for his birthday. Why didn't you wish James a happy birthday? Okay, next question.
I have better things to do.
Hater.
That's not nice. It was his birthday. He turned 41.
Hey, I don't have to be. I don't have to hate him when I beat him twice.
Well, you'll face him again.
Yeah. That's what I thought, Karan.
You beat you though, so it's okay.
I'm doing great. I mean, I'm doing great. I'm having a lot of fun, but I hope Anthony is just going to be in a better mood. It's almost like the Grinch. Bah humbug. Merry Christmas, I think.
Oh, I
Anthony,
enjoy Steele's company. Why don't nobody else?
Anthony, are you going to be a good boy for Christmas this year? Are you going to get what you want for Christmas?
Now you're asking too much.
I always get what I want. What are you talking about?
You sure? Because you seem like you're in a grumpy mood today. I thought you were going to be celebratory.
I always get what I want.
Do you? I don't know. Please hit the sub button for Darkron. The man is obviously so generous to be here. Please give Dakota a sub. We are here with them. And Colton Lee, have you ever visited a psych ward? That's a great question. Anthony, have you ever visited a psych ward? Have you ever visited a psych ward? According to Colton Lee, not me.
A haunted one, yeah.
Oh, okay. And how was that like for you? Would you like to go back and visit it?
Yeah, it was interesting.
The joke is back, and I need Darkron merchandise. Yeah, it's on. You can go on the T Public store.
Yeah, it's on ROEW, and I'm bringing some out.
And please go and buy it. Drago said, "You ain't fill in the blanks." Justin Parsley has decided to arrive, and boy, he was certainly memorable last Sunday on Sportswire. Kron and the High Chief gonna smoke the real deal, bros. Yeah, I mean, this new foundation seems like they're. Yeah, I did bleep Darkron. I did bleep everybody. I think I get a pass. Obviously.
Sorry, Ox.
And yep, hello. We want to leave the missus alone, Anthony. Please leave the missus alone. But where was this energy at the match I seen? Because the little boy I seen was shaking in his boots when he saw me. I mean, that's what we'll go into the next one. We don't want to
pointed you out, big dog.
We know we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from that. I know he's telling a book and a half. I would read Fahrenheit 451, then hear his mouth. That's a burn. That's a burn. I'd read Lights Out over again.
Read that in high school. Next.
Okay, good point. Kron is coming back. Yeah, May 10th. He's coming here in 14 days.
Told you soon.
Why does Anthony sound like Logan Paul?
Because that's his idol.
Is that your idol, Logan Paul?
Sorry, I don't go to Forest.
Okay, we'll go on. Next point. Don't make go on. Next question. We have a lot of people here. We want to move it along. Give out Il Drago a follow on Instagram. He's been so generous with his time, and poor gentleman here to be here. We have muted everybody we can.
If you beat me at Rage in the Cage, I'll give you a follow on Instagram.
And you have multiple light colors. Apparently, the missus is pointing out, and she doesn't seem to be a fan of the colors lighting up. I mean, are you a Star Wars fan? I mean, certainly May 5th is coming. May the 4th or May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Cinco de Mayo.
No.
May the 4th.
My thing is, I'd rather have a nice setup than sit on a fucking Android in the middle of my living room.
That's Anthony. Leave the Androids alone. We love Android users, and we want to leave the lights alone. Keep the lights on. Them colors were paid actors. Can we make him disappear? No, it's his time tonight. He's here, but you can certainly tune in. I hope.
I'll make him disappear.
Obviously, Anthony,
you can disappear though, Coda.
Anthony, it seems like she is definitely a fan of you tonight. It seems like you've got the fans. You have some fans tonight. We heard from Jacob Collins. Thank you. Anthony has been talking. It's his show tonight. Maybe, here's what Colton Leah say. Maybe I take a trip out to Iowa for a Rumble and maybe challenge Steele for the United States Championship should he retain it. I mean, I know Colton Lee. I know the Heartless Sheriff very well. I mean, maybe he wants
see, he didn't say if I retain it. See, he knows that I'm going to be champion by the Rumble.
Well, he's saying if. He's saying if because he said maybe. He said maybe.
Maybe I take a trip to Iowa for a Rumble and maybe challenge Steele for the U.S. title.
I heard maybe.
Not should be. It's maybe challenging. Because he knows he ain't challenging you. He knows he ain't challenging you.
Well, when I was in law class, maybe meant that it's a maybe. It's what it meant. And I
never say never, kid.
Yeah, maybe you can stay there. Also, there. And
so
confirming that last week's guest is at home. You're all right with that? Please those don't play with fires. Speaking of people that are here, I don't know you, but thank you for tuning in. Big Man Cam is here. Hopefully he doesn't deliver us more news about retracted wrestlers, but he's here. And the inmates are running tonight's show. I am waiting for Zilla. Now, Anthony, would you go out with Zilla?
What?
He looked like he already did.
Nah.
Here?
I mean, that's what she's asking. I mean, listen. If you want to go out with Zilla, I think that would be very respectable. Zilla is certainly beloved in the circuit. I mean, I know
look. No. I'm talking to someone that's actually worth something in Wisconsin.
Well,
I mean,
no, Zilla
thought you
doesn't
was
live
our
in
number
Wisconsin.
one fan. I thought y'all had like
Zilla don't live in Wisconsin, Anthony. I'm not sure what.
Exactly. She's still my number one fan. I support Zilla no matter if she's heel or face. I support Zilla. You know,
okay, all right. Well, Big Man Cam, if you were here last Saturday, he's not coming to Backyard Wrestling. He's going to be in pro wrestling. So yeah, he's going to be in pro wrestling. He's not coming to Backyard Wrestling. I'm sorry to intrude on Conan Drago, but I have something needed to be said. Unfortunately, Anthony wants it to be Mr. Kron and Mr. Drago, but I'm more than happy to give you a show next week on Sportswire where you can address Anthony Steele. I would assure you we can make that happen. And DBW returns next Saturday, and I can do it after that. So let's.
He's what company is he with?
He wrestles a few places. DBW is one of them. You shared a locker room with one Ace Christian. You shared a locker room with him. No, we are gonna mute that out. We're gonna mute that. Thank you. We'll move on. Let's go to the next point here. Thank you, Big Man Cam, for confirming that he doesn't do backyard wrestling anymore. That phase is done. He'll be doing some underground indie wrestling soon. Thank you very much for confirming that. And also, yeah, Zilla likes Cash Carter. And by the way, Darkron is very upset about that because he has seen it firsthand that Cash Carter had on his band Zilla. Zilla wrote Zilla on his one of those shoulder bands. So there you go.
Yeah.
I'm not part of the ladies. Yeah, Dakota's not in your ladies group. Now the question is, when and where will I show up? I don't
want Dakota in my ladies group. Let's get that straight.
Hey, Cam's Steele over here was talking shit.
And Zilla, by the way, is not coming on your show tonight. Not coming on the show. Just want to let you know. So Zilla's not in the studios. Basically, going to appear here like last Sunday. Okay, confirm that. James Taylor is back, by the way, to say that Il Drago is the OTC. He is the OTC of the underground. I think he meant to say that the high chief of the underground. But the underground ultimate OG is Mr. Darkron. James Taylor is voicing his opinions. Here we go here. Even if he was a champion, which you never would be, but if you are lonely, single, and have nobody. Now, Anthony, that sounds like you might be lonely, single, and having nobody. I mean, that's not my business. Anthony, I am going to partially back you up.
Lonely? Nah. Single for the time being. Have nobody? No, I got
we
a lot
don't
of people.
care about your. Listen, I have to say, I'm not going to get in the middle of that. If you want to be, you do what you do, outside of the wrestling ring.
Hey, the single life is great. That means I could put more time into training and more time preparing to
Sportswire
both of these
appearances where you
asses.
say things interesting, more Hall of Fame inductions like you'll get in a few minutes, and maybe you'll come into.
Yeah, y'all get to watch me get inducted for the 8th time.
And maybe hopefully the celebrities didn't hear you saying some things said about cancer and finger limbs being lost. We really hope that, I hope.
Yeah.
We don't want that, Anthony.
Hey, Kron, you want to see that I have something I haven't lost?
Hey.
Even though there's no words there, we're just gonna go like this. And I think I just broke the bleep button.
One's just shorter than the other one.
He was really a betrayer, though. The negative 18 community, but that's all I'm going to say. Yeah, that's a great point. And we're not going to talk about that individual. Yes, hello to the tribal chiefs. Yeah, you could say that. I'll give you a pass. Yeah, obviously, big fan of yours is here. Big fan. Austin Tyler, huge fan. Huge fan.
Was good.
And you talking to an invisible girl. It's all in your imagination, Steele. Invisible.
I keep talking.
I think he's listening to his imagination.
This is gonna just fuel more for me to beat the fuck out of Drago for you. So it's all right.
And okay, we'll move on. Obviously, Colton Lee is not happy with you, and he wants to put it out there. Until I can't read the comments. There we go. And
Tragically,
I'm gonna
no
go
one's
like
ever
this.
beat the fuck out of me and Steele, and I don't think I'm gonna let your fat
He's
ass
definitely
do
not
it.
happy, and I'm gonna talk to him off the air because he's gonna be back on Sportswire very soon. Dude, I don't know why there's any crushes on Cash Carter when Kron is the perfect salt and pepper. You know what? I mean, Dark Kron and James Taylor probably have like salt and pepper like albums, and maybe they want to push it, and maybe they are, like to some people, what a man. But I mean,
If I ever shave my head, my hair is literally gray.
yeah,
It'll be gray.
Obviously,
He's gonna be the next spokesman for just for men.
I don't know what you said there, but we're gonna move on. No, don't be sorry. You are certainly entitled to your opinion. I love
what I said was he's going to be the next spokesman for just for men.
He's not the imaginary box that SpongeBob was in. Who else we got here? You don't train. Where's the muscle? And I go to the gym every day. And obviously, Anthony, you are really angering a lot of people. And what
means I'm doing my job.
And
I'm
not repeating this comment from Big Man Cam, because I don't want to work you up even further, but this is what he wants.
I was in the gym every day. I work over 90 hours a week. That don't mean shit. Wrestling is a job. 95, right?
And we're not going to talk about
Kyle Shelby would get his teeth knocked down his throat if he ever.
No, I'm telling you, Big Man Cam, I want to see Shelby take Steele on in a crybaby match. One of them has to put the other.
But that happened already. That was 1, 2, 3 Kid and Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. I think that'd be a great callback right there. You should do that right there for United States title.
James Taylor, where are you at? James Taylor, where are you at? You want to book this match? But obviously, we know we're getting toward the end of the show, and I have to do it because you guys wanted to come on, understandably so early. But Anthony, congratulations. You're in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for being the longest reigning IMF U.S. champion. I don't know how much longer it's going to last after how you've angered Il Drago and Darkron, but you have certainly taken the long road.
Just make sure when you do mine, you tape over his name and write Il Drago.
I'm going to write it for you.
One.
I'm going to definitely, I'll tell you what, you win. I'll tell you what, Il Drago, you know what? You're absolutely right, Il Drago. If you win the United States Championship, I will induct you in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame again. I will do it. Yeah, so we will do it, and we'll do it after 2 weeks from now. So, Anthony, you can enjoy the 8th induction, but Il Drago, if he beats you at Rage.
I Rage in the Cage?
For the U.S. Championship, yes. But obviously, Big Man Cam, this is not another place that you usually go and show up to. And because we're not going to repeat this, we want the celebrities to come on Sportswire still. So you can go on Dark Den and talk about that. And Dilla is legitimately asking Dark, are you upset that she has a crush on Cash Carter?
Not at all, honey.
Are you sure, Anthony? Would you want to go?
I'm fucking weak.
Anthony, would you, before we get to final thoughts, Anthony, are you sure that you wouldn't want to go out with Zilla?
I'm good.
Respectfully, sure?
I'm good.
He's a wrestling fan.
Okay, respectfully. All right, because at least that's very good. We want, because I mean, I didn't. Maybe you have a crush on Zilla.
Respectfully, I'm good.
Okay.
I got, like I said, I'm talking to a girl in Wisconsin. Probably one of the only people in Wisconsin that matter. So,
well, Sean Jovi's. Wait, no. Sean Jovi's in Wisconsin. I like Jovi.
He don't matter.
No, Sean Jovi's a nice man. I mean, he's a good friend, and Big Man Cam. We are listen. We're gonna have to close the thoughts here. We are not gonna repeat these things because I really would like to see more of the big names.
I will say this. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna break the fourth wall.
Be careful what you say here.
No, it's okay. And this is gonna be a funny moment. This is an out of character moment. Cam is one of the only motherfuckers to make me break. And it was at Summer Bash when I'm reffing this match with Karan. Karan's tying him to the rope. And then you have to get in real close. And all you hear from Big Man Cam is like, "Oh yeah, Daddy, tie it harder." And I'm fucking
Dilla, don't hit Dilla. Cover your ears. And the Anthony Steele ladies. Anthony Steele ladies, this episode, cover your ears. If you are part of the Anthony Steele ladies crowd, just we're doing this for you.
That was one of the best moments.
We
That
are
is probably one of the best backstage moments talked about.
We want. Listen, we would like more of the celebrities to come here. They seem to like coming on here.
Bro.
We are not going to repeat things
But
that you
Cam's
heard
a
in Summer
celebrity, right? We're talking about Cam.
Cam.
Cam's not. He's on Cameo,
Hey,
but we
look,
want
hey,
the big
look,
names to
Cam.
come here.
Cam's a good dude.
He's a great man. I actually
Oh.
put him in the Hall of Fame last Saturday and wished him happy birthday. I mean, I was nice to Big Man Camp, and
dude,
yeah,
it was,
I mean,
it was funny.
you know, he's
It
a
was
great
funny.
man. I just, we want to
look.
be careful with certain things.
Hey, look, y'all want to do? Yeah,
Yes.
If y'all want to do closing thoughts,
Yeah, let's do a closing.
that's fine. I'll let y'all go first because I'm gonna end this out of character. I'm not gonna end this in character.
It's kind of hard, fuck,
dude.
Yeah. Well, the writing's on the wall.
Yo, go.
We can flip
Whichever one of y'all.
I can flip a coin. I have a quarter in my pocket.
Kron, let's hear from you. What's your closing thoughts?
Looking forward to being out there May 10th. It's been well over a year since I've been out there. And not just for the fact that I get to go in the cage for a singles title with one of my brothers from the foundation and someone that I've actually wanted to wrestle ever since I've met. So to me, this is going to be kind of a dream match, needless to say. But just so you know, Steele, I'm coming to kick your damn head off. That's my goal. That's what I'm coming for.
I think that's all of our goals, but let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
But
we gonna take the roof off the place. That's what we
sound
do.
Great when you talk like that, Anthony. But that was great, Anthony.
We're gonna tear the roof off the place. That's what we do.
Yeah, I know that.
We got 3 crowd pleasers in this match.
Give us up to Darkron, please do. And I'm sure we'll see him here during the week. And maybe we'll get to 1,500 subscribers this week. And then we'll see who hosts the show. And we'll really see Anthony with the microphone. Hopefully he'll be in a better mood. Mr. Drago, I will give you the floor. Anything you got closing thoughts wise, take it away.
I'd just like to say I've also wanted to wrestle Uso Darkron since I think before I actually wrestled. I mean, we wrestled in a match at Summer Bash, but when I first met him and we talked for like when I first got there for like half a day. So
that's pretty cool.
For a personal note, I guess it means a lot to me for him to be in this match. So I can't wait for that. Another thing is Steele, you said something a little bit ago. You can't let the foundation get a hold of the U.S. title because they already got the tag titles with Parsley and Soldier. So let me just tell you like this. If I walk away with the title, if I do get the chance, and if it isn't just at the Rage in the Cage, I want you to know this is personal. This isn't just aimed at Rage in the Cage. It's war. It's Tawa, like you said a little bit ago. But you're dealing with a Samoan, so we're going to do this the Samoan way. So let me just tell you like this. It's coming with Drago, the real chief, the real high chief. Let me just say that so you don't try and trademark me in case you try to do something with LLC behind my back and I don't know. But let me just tell you like this. It was, okay, 1, I'm going to outwork your ass. I'm going to out-wrestle you. And 3, I don't know about you, but whether bloodshed or tears, I'm coming for you, Maula Fallas, and that title. 3-peat.
Gotcha, big dog.
Maula Fallas, title. So just know, May 10th, we might miss a little bit Darkron, but my main focus is you, Steele, and Maula Fallas. That's my main 2 focuses. That title's last to me.
And I do want to bring this up before Anthony goes. D'Angelo the Flame is here, and I heard he's showing up. Isn't he showing up in 2 weeks, or am I allowed to say that? Because Anthony, you did blabber it on Tuesday's show with Mr. Dvorak. Okay.
D'Angelo's going to be there. I would be very happy to see him again.
I think a lot of people would like to see D'Angelo.
I haven't seen him since Summer Bash.
Hey, Kron, you also haven't seen this since Summer Bash.
That's true.
This is what D'Angelo held as Summer Bash.
No
He did hold it. Well,
Wow.
pretty belt. It was, and Dakota wants a Sportswire after dark. I mean,
That would be fun as shit, dude. I'm not even going
That
to
would be
oh my
That
god!
would
Well,
be
I'll
gas.
tell you what. Let me think about that. What are
Oh
we
my
in
goodness.
character or out of character? Please be
out of character. Out of character.
No,
Out of Out of character would probably be fun.
I don't know if I could do rated
Dude,
R though. I don't know if I could do
We gotta
rated
do
R.
like
But,
a half, like halftime.
But here, let's end it. I'm gonna go in character for a minute, and then I'll go out of character to end the show. So,
Yes, because the ladies are certainly here for you.
So, come May 10th, guys. I know both of y'all are gunning for me. One's gunning for 2 things. One's going for 3. But the only thing that I'm gunning for is the only thing that matters in that match, and that is to retain my United States Championship. But I will say this. Let's get out of character for a second. I'm gonna end this on a high note because it actually has been a fun night. I
It
enjoyed
was
the
a
night.
fun episode. You got in the Hall of Fame. I actually enjoyed the episode.
May 10th, I get to step in a ring with a guy that I wish I would have stepped in the ring with at Summer Bash. And as much shit as we talked, boss, I get to step in the ring with Drago again. It's fucking great talent. Great talent.
I agree with that.
I will 100% say this. And this is Drago, if you don't mind me breaking the fourth wall, I will say this. This is a guy that since I met him at Summer Bash, I said needed a singles run to prove what he can do. And that is what he's been doing. He has been proving that he can move, he can go with the best and at the best level he possibly ever could. And come May 10th, I couldn't ask for a better match for my first cage match between me and these 2 individuals.
I didn't know it was your first. That was a surprise to me.
That's it's gonna be my first come May 10th. And dude, I've been hyped.
I'm super excited.
And I'll say this, I'm proud to be at IMF. I'm proud to be surrounded by guys like Kron and Drago.
Good.
And it is May 10th. May 10th is going to be one hell of a match, and if it all goes well, might be at the top of my list for the best matches I've ever wrestled. So, for all the people that hate me in character, much love to y'all. Much love to all of y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in with me, Kron, and Drago. Because without you, this shit wouldn't be possible.
Yeah, we had a lot of people tonight tuned in. The
Right.
ladies were definitely tuned in. Your
Like I said,
lady
we're gonna
friends
tear
were
the
here.
roof off this place.
Your lady friends were here. And,
Like,
you know, other people were here.
it is a great time to be on Sportswire. We get to come on here and do what we do best.
Yeah,
that
and you're
is
here with the celebrities. The celebrities. I mean, Anthony,
Right.
you paved the way for them. You 3 gentlemen paved the way for these big shots to come here. I mean, you know, maybe you're asking for them for the royalties.
I will say this though. Kron, I better see your ass at this year's Summer Bash.
Believe it.
And
Drago, I know I'll see your ass at this year's Summer Bash.
your ladies seem to be really liking your episode, Anthony.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it with this, guys.
Yes.
May 10th for the IMF United States Championship. It will be Anthony Steele versus Darkron versus Il Drago. And I'm gonna say this, and this ain't a shot towards the guys in the back. This is a swift kick in your ass when I say this. I am betting this is going to be top 2 contender for match of the fucking night. So y'all better show out, man. Cause me, Kron and Drago, bro.
Bring that fire.
It is.
How was the hug, by the way?
I remember. But
Long.
but nah. I'll say this. That way, no. I feel like I have to say this so I don't get canceled.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, please
Everything that has been said tonight, has been character work. It is not personal.
Yes.
It is not an attack.
We have certainly made
Because
that.
I feel like someone is going to take that out of context.
No, I put the B button. I mean, we had the B button out. We was certainly saying we don't condone this. Yes, we was saying those things.
But
you're lucky, Anthony.
these
You're
two
talking to
guys-
the real politician, Anthony. You called me a politician during Summer Bash, and yes, there
You
is
are
nobody
a
that knows how to
politician.
be a politician.
You're my favorite politician.
Well, I haven't held office. I've worked in the office, but that's enough for that. But yeah, continue.
I will say this is going to be my final thought, and then if y'all want to shoot the shit in the back, that's fine. But on May 10th, guys, let's burn the Palo
Well,
Community Center to the
She's living
fucking
her name
ground.
up. She's saying that it's going to be a fire of a match. Atomic trash.
Oh yeah,
Your friend
Like-
from last,
That's what we do.
your friend from last week. And
You literally had 3 guys in this match that steal the show.
that's a great point. And I'll get to a few more comments. I don't know if we can go rated R, but maybe we'll do a Sportswire after dark. We'll figure it out. People might want to hear these guys talk not in character. Maybe we'll do it. But I want to get the names like these 3 guys, but we'll leave that at that because somebody will say, oh, he didn't include so and so on. But it's my opinion. You can cancel me. Why cancel someone for their opinion? No, I think obviously we appreciate everybody here. We thank everybody for their hospitality and congratulations, Anthony, for being in the Hall of Fame again. Yes, he's in the Hall of Fame again, and maybe Il Drago will be in the Hall of Fame again after 2 weeks from now, or maybe
8
Anthony will
times.
be in the Hall of Fame. Again.
8 times, bro.
I know.
8
You're closing
times.
in. Yo,
Great.
you're closing in. And yeah, out of character. Yeah, we'll see. And nobody got them. All right, I thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody, go enjoy the rest of your evening. Go do whatever you want. We'll be here tomorrow with the BTW guys. That'll be your episode, Anthony Steele. Probably not. We go from you to Aaron Blaze next show, basically. Okay, next.
From the real controversial one to the one that thinks he's controversial. That can't hold a candle light to me.
We're going. Well, BTW, Aaron's not here, but he'll be talking about. But that'll be it.
It's okay. Trust me, he ain't gonna be flying Southwest anywhere close. To
Well,
fucking
you know
Ireland,
what?
so-
I have not flown Southwest, so I don't know much about that. But I will say thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'm just a little guy from Brooklyn. What do I know? But I thank everybody for hearing Anthony Steele, who is showing that it was definitely his time tonight. And thank you for that. We could say Casey says have a good night. Thank you, Anthony. Maybe she'll appear like last week, or maybe Zilla will appear. Maybe whoever else you had here. And also thank you to Mr. Darkron, the host of the Dark Chronicles, the Underground OG, James Taylor's right-hand man, who auspiciously wasn't here tonight. And of course, my High Chief, the Samoan Dragon, Il Drago. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all music matters, all wrestling matters. Hit the sub button for us. Hit the sub button for these guys' pages, and including the IMF. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Anthony. You don't got the Brooklyn accent like me. Good morning, good afternoon.
You know what? Hold on, can I do it?
Good evening,
Hold on, I got
everybody.
this.
Have a great